Over vast stretches of geological time, the Earth's oceans appear deceptively calm. Yet beneath the surface, powerful forces are constantly at work. These forces, capable of unleashing unimaginable energy, can manifest as tsunamis, a series of ocean waves that can travel thousands of miles across the globe. In the last 50 years, the United States has experienced several significant tsunami events. While less frequent compared to regions like Japan or Southeast Asia, these incidents highlight the importance of preparedness. From the rugged coastlines of Alaska to the sunny shores of California, the impact of these events serves as a stark reminder of the awesome power of nature. Join us now as we delve into the 5 most impactful tsunamis to strike the U.S. in the last half-century. Nestled amidst the towering peaks of southeast Alaska, Skagway Harbor is a place of breathtaking beauty. But on November 3, 1994, this tranquility was shattered. High above the harbor, a massive rock slide, loosened by heavy rains, came crashing down into the icy waters. The impact was akin to a giant hand slapping the surface of the sea. A series of waves, some reaching heights of 30 feet, surged through the harbor. The small coastal town, accustomed to the rhythms of nature, found itself grappling with the sudden onslaught. Boats, tossed about like toys, were smashed against docks. Buildings along the waterfront were inundated, their foundations tested by the relentless force of the water. Miraculously, despite the scale of the event, there were no fatalities. The remote location and sparse population undoubtedly played a role in minimizing the human cost. Yet, the 1994 Skagway tsunami serves as a stark reminder that even in seemingly sheltered harbors, the ocean's power can quickly turn destructive. On December 26, 2004, a cataclysmic earthquake ripped through the floor of the Indian Ocean, off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. The resulting tsunami, one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history, sent shockwaves across the globe, literally. Thousands of miles away, on the opposite side of the Pacific, the United States braced itself. While not directly in the path of the devastating waves that ravaged coastlines across Southeast Asia, the U.S. was not entirely spared. Along the western seaboard from California to Oregon, minor surges were recorded. Harbors experienced unusual currents, and some coastal areas reported minor flooding. Though the impacts were minimal compared to the devastation witnessed in the Indian Ocean basin, the 2004 tsunami served as a wake-up call. It underscored the interconnectedness of our oceans and the global reach of these powerful events. Even countries geographically distant from the source of a tsunami could experience its effects. Chapter 3, 2011, Across the Pacific, the Tohoku Earthquake's Long Reach. The year 2011 will forever be etched in the memory of Japan as the year the Earth roared. The Tohoku earthquake, a natural disaster of unprecedented scale, left an indelible mark on the nation and its people. On March 11th, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake, the most powerful ever recorded in Japan, struck off the coast of Tohoku. The ground shook with a ferocity that few had ever experienced, and the tremors were felt far and wide. The resulting tsunami, with waves towering over 100 feet, caused unimaginable destruction. Entire towns were swallowed by the sea, and the landscape was forever altered. But the impact of this devastating event was not confined to Japanese shores. The seismic waves traveled across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, carrying with them the destructive force of the tsunami. Across the Pacific, over 5,000 miles away, the United States braced itself for the arrival of the tsunami waves. The warnings were issued and preparations began in earnest. Along the west coast, from California to Alaska, coastal communities prepared for the surge. People were advised to evacuate low-lying areas, and emergency services were on high alert. Harbors were cleared, boats were moved to higher ground, and low-lying areas were evacuated. The sense of urgency was palpable as communities worked together to mitigate the potential damage. When the waves arrived, they were significantly diminished in size compared to those that struck Japan. However, the power of the ocean was still evident. Still, waves up to 18 feet were recorded in some areas, causing significant damage to harbors and marinas. The force of the water was enough to disrupt daily life and cause considerable economic loss. The relentless surge tossed boats about like driftwood, smashing them against docks and piers. The sight of boats being thrown around like toys was a stark reminder of nature's power. The economic impact was substantial, with millions of dollars in damage reported. Cleanup efforts began almost immediately, but the scars left by the tsunami would take much longer to heal. Tragically, one life was lost in Crescent City, California, a stark reminder that even across vast distances, the ocean's fury can have deadly consequences. The memory of that day serves as a somber reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the far-reaching impacts of natural disasters. Chapter 4, 2015, Icy Bay, Alaska, a gigantic splash in a remote wilderness. In the remote and icy expanse of southeast Alaska, nature operates on a grand scale. This is a land where the elements reign supreme, and the landscape is constantly being reshaped by powerful natural forces. Glaciers carve through mountains, creating deep valleys and fjords. Forests stretch as far as the eye can see, and the forces of nature are a constant presence. The sheer scale and beauty of this wilderness are both humbling and awe-inspiring. It was here in October 2015 that a geological spectacle of extraordinary proportions unfolded. The serene and majestic landscape of Icy Bay was about to witness an event that would leave a lasting mark on its history. A massive landslide, triggered by the retreat of the Tyndall Glacier, sent millions of tons of rock and ice plunging into the waters of Ton Fjord, a narrow inlet of Icy Bay. The sheer volume of material displaced was staggering, and the resulting impact was nothing short of cataclysmic. The impact was akin to dropping a mountain into a bathtub. The force of the landslide generated a massive wave, a mega tsunami that would soon become one of the most significant geological events of the decade. A monstrous wave, towering over 600 feet, surged through the fjord. This colossal wave, driven by the immense energy of the landslide, swept through the landscape with incredible force. This colossal wave, the largest recorded in modern times, dwarfed even the largest tsunami waves ever documented. It was a stark reminder of the raw and unpredictable power of nature. Fortunately, the remote location of this event mitigated its impact. The isolation of Icy Bay meant that the destructive force of the wave did not result in a human tragedy. The sparsely populated area meant that there was no loss of human life, and damage to infrastructure was minimal. The event, while dramatic, served as a powerful reminder of the forces that continue to shape our planet. The 2015 Ton Fjord tsunami, while a stark reminder of nature's raw power, serves as a testament to the unpredictable and awe-inspiring forces that shape our planet. Scientists continue to study this event, hoping to learn more about the dynamics of such massive geological occurrences and how they might be predicted or mitigated in the future. Chapter 5, 2022, Tonga Eruption, When Volcanoes Awaken the Seas. In January 2022, the islands of Tonga, a remote archipelago in the South Pacific, became the epicenter of a natural event of extraordinary power. This event was not just a local phenomenon, but one that captured the attention of scientists and observers around the world. The eruption of the Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcano, one of the most explosive volcanic eruptions in recorded history, sent shockwaves across the globe. The sheer force of the explosion was so immense that it was heard as far away as Alaska, thousands of miles from the epicenter. The eruption triggered a tsunami that radiated outwards, crossing the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean and reaching the shores of the United States. The waves traveled at incredible speeds, demonstrating the raw power of nature and the interconnectedness of our planet's oceans. Along the west coast, from California to Alaska, coastal communities prepared for the surge. Emergency services were on high alert, and residents took precautionary measures to protect their homes and loved ones. While the waves were significantly smaller than those generated by the Tohoku earthquake in 2011, they still posed a threat. The memory of past tsunamis loomed large, reminding everyone of the potential dangers. Harbors were closed, boats were moved to higher ground, and low-lying areas were evacuated as a precaution. The coordinated efforts of local authorities and communities showcased the importance of preparedness in the face of natural disasters. The tsunami, while not causing widespread destruction, did result in some minor damage to harbors and coastal infrastructure. Boats were tossed around, and some coastal areas experienced flooding, but the impact was relatively contained. The 2022 Tonga tsunami served as a reminder that even events occurring thousands of miles away can have an impact on the United States. It underscored the need for global awareness and cooperation in monitoring and responding to natural disasters. It highlighted the interconnectedness of our oceans and the importance of early warning systems in mitigating the risks posed by tsunamis. The event reinforced the critical role of technology and international collaboration in safeguarding lives and property. The unpredictable future. Preparing for the next big wave. The United States, with its vast coastlines bordering two major oceans, is no stranger to the immense power of tsunamis. These incidents emphasize the critical importance of preparedness, especially in tsunami-prone areas like Alaska, Hawaii, and the Pacific Northwest. Investments in early warning systems, such as the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, have proven to be critical in minimizing impacts. By understanding the risks, heeding warnings, and being prepared, we can live more safely in a world where the sleeping giants of the deep can awaken at any moment.